Liaison and Diversion has changed my opinion about offending in the last 2 to 3 years. I have not added to my list of 67 offences and 23 convictions over a period of 20 years in that time. And to me, that is an integral part of my life. I've got enough time to make up already that I've lost to offending. Liaison and Diversion in custody has given me a chance to stop reoffending for good, and I'm now optimistic about my future for the first time that I can remember. Unaware of how my poor attendance at school had affected my future life, because when I was in the police custody in Liaison, I was being spoken to, interviewed by the 4 consultants. I felt like a naughty schoolboy sat outside the headmaster's office waiting for my punishment. And I told the consultants my feelings, my emotions, and it helped them make the decision to section me under the Mental Health Act, in which time I've appreciated the value of stopping offending.
I've been criminalised for having self-harming issues rather than being diverted to liaisons and diversions, but they've criminalised me rather than do anything like that. And for one event when I was self-harmed, they felt the best way of dealing with me was to taser me twice in one sitting.
It's helped me take a step back and understand the implications of my offending, and also live with the future without the prospect of reoffending at any time, which is helpful. It's given me a chance to take stock of my experiences during the time of offending, and to understand the waste of time that I've donated to the justice system in that time. And now that I have got on the road to recovery, I can see nothing but a bright future for myself.
Liaison and Diversion would support people, signpost them. Without them, you're just going to have more people falling through the cracks. As it is with these austerity cuts, there's little or no support left.
I can give 3 examples. The first one is service user involvement, which I've been increasingly involved in the last 2 to 3 years, which is partly due to liaison and diversion in custody, decisions in drug use and the effects on my mental health. And the third one, realising the importance of education to gain employment.
Liaison and Diversion, they would help with education, re-education, signposting into possible employment, re-engaging with society again. I think more and more people should be made aware of liaison and diversion services because, as I say, without that, if you don't ask, a lot of people don't tell you.
The fact that I was taken to a psychiatric ward after my behaviour for public disorder and threatening behaviour, if I'd have been charged with that offence and dealt with in the courts, it would have been a lot worse than it has been.
Without them, I was just left cold after A&E. They just didn't want anything to do with me, washed their hands of me. Whereas if I had no follow-up care, whereas if I had something like that, I would have been signposted to support, education, re-involvement with humanity again.